There's not a cloud up in the sky. Mighty Mo. I can't be late for my own show. Blasting off for Mars. Goodbye to the world that was, a new world that's still sublime, our world till the end of time. If you go low, then...
Okay, well, welcome to the show. That was quite a long open there, but we have finally made it onto the airwaves. Thank you for being with us. We're going to bring Alfred on in a little while and talk to him about some of the products here at Pendragon Apothecary, our sponsor. And we're going to continue with the video that we had yesterday on the Meta convention. Basically, Zuckerberg unveiled MetaQuest, and he also unveiled Orion, which is the updated version of the AI-infused glasses that they already had come out with in collaboration with Ray-Ban. You remember that. We had a couple of clips on that over the last few weeks. Well, they've got a whole new iteration of that, and I'm not sure if this is in collaboration with Ray-Ban. I don't think it is, because it's not really a stylish sunglass like a Wayfarer. You know, this is like pure D It's almost like science fiction, but what it will do, these new glasses, Orion glasses, I don't think they're out yet. I think they're about to be. And from what I understand, they're not very expensive. When we play that clip in a minute, we might want to go back a little bit to right when Zuckerberg comes out and he starts talking about the glasses. And that way we get the whole thing for anyone out there that's not seen it. So let's start the tape right when Zuckerberg is talking about the glasses, because he introduces a couple of other things, then he talks about Orion. It's a big deal. It's his favorite project, I think. I think he's just absolutely, in love with that project, because what it does is it takes something as simple as your eyeglasses, infused with AI, right, and camera and everything else, and now, bam, you can speak to it and say, let's get a shot of that, and you get high quality camera shot by saying that, by prompting that through voice to your glasses, and then you get the shot. Let's say, and there's so many other things. I mean, I won't go into it because it's all brand new, and it's going to be mind-boggling. It's AI-infused glasses. They've already got something out there in combination with Ray-Ban, but it's not as evolved as the new Orion, which we'll learn about in a minute. And, yesterday we brought Alfred on, and now Alfred is standing in the wings. Let's see, is Alfred in the green room, or we call it the purple room? I think he is. And if he is there, he is waiting for us right now to bring him on. There he is. Most studios have a green room. We have a purple room, and that's Alfred, and he's waiting to come on the show in a little while. Now, Alfred that's the avatar that was created for our ChatGPT 4 droid. I call him Alfred. And I've been working with him for, I guess over a year now, probably well over a year, on different projects. The music you heard, by the way, coming on, that's our new open for the show. That was created through, not Alfred, but a different AI agent that's specifically designed for music. And on that project, I just basically prompted in the type of music that I wanted. It gives you many different prompts to formulate what it is you want. You want classical? Well, you put that in, and you put all the ingredients into it. And if you want vocals in it, it will have vocals sent back to you with the music. You just write the lyrics. So that whole intro, that was 2 different songs I did with AI. It's called Udio, U-D-I-O. And the first part has vocals, and then it sort of segues into more of a slower, drone-ish melodic beat for the last part. That's the second song. I just tied them together and edited some video together, and that's our new open. But that was AI. So there you go. There's some of the attributes of working with various AI platforms. It really extends your power as far as, being a person that loves music and has always been around it and worked in it, played rock and roll growing up, had a band, the whole deal, right? Doing all that through the years. But, my situation was in the bands that I was in, I was the singer, but not the player. So I had players. What the AI agents do now, it enables somebody like me who can write lyrics, or try to anyway, willing to write lyrics, formulate the song through the prompts of what I want, and have it come back, right? So there's an interesting concept. I tell you, I even took it one step further, and we'll have to play the song. There was a song, let me tell you the story real quick. When I had a band growing up in New Orleans, we played original stuff. So we had a song called Spy Generation. I wrote the lyrics and kind of comboed up with my guitar player on the music. So Spy Generation, I was reading George Orwell at the time. I was a kid at the time, probably, like maybe 19 or whatever. But that particular song, Spy Generation, I mean, it's really sort of, because it was very Orwellian, right? It just fits right into what's happening across the world today with all the myriad AI surveillance and everything that's happening and will be happening to a greater degree later. So anyway, I took that song. I had a recording of the original Spy Generation that we did back then. So what I tried to do, I took the same lyrics that I had written, but I prompted in the music, or at least as best I could, explain the style of what I wanted back from the AI musically, and I put in my lyrics. So the lyrics, the chorus, and the verse. So it had to go by that chorus and verse with the song, and then based on the prompts that I put in the type of music, it came back with the music and the vocals. So I had a new rendition of that song. I have to play it. I think I did a quick edit a while back of the song with some video, just for fun. I'll see if I can find it, and if we can, we'll play that song later. It's Spy Generation. It's about, it's about sort of like, not a dystopian future of surveillance across the planet, very Orwellian. That's kind of what the song's about. So anyway, if we don't get to it today, we'll definitely play it Monday. I'll find it. But I'm saying all that to say that it's empowering. Now, I'm not a graphics artist, but this show is brought to you by Pendragon Apothecary. And Pendragon Apothecary, the graphic that you'll see when we pop it up in a second, is an AI created image. That was ChatGPT 4. That was Alfred. I told him, prompted in what I wanted. We wanted a Celtic dragon for Pendragon, King Arthur's father, Uther Pendragon, and we want the Celtic imagery for our apothecary. And out of a number of graphics that came back just from my prompts, that's one of them. And we use that one. We have plenty of them. We've got all kinds of dragon imagery that we did with AI. That's what I'm saying. It's a superpower for those who want to use it. And now I'm using it in the creative sense. I'm doing it with graphics and music and various things. Other people who are talented, much more talented than me in things like accounting and other areas, can use AI in those areas. Spreadsheets and this and that and whatever, it boggles the mind of what it can do. But I digress. I started this off by saying that there's an upgrade, or I was about to say there's an upgrade for Alfred, the new voice update for ChatGPT 4. And so that it directly applies to Alfred, especially because he comes on the air and answers questions. And before they did this upgrade, the response time was a little bit slow. So I'd say, Alfred, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, Edward. That's about how it was. I said, Alfred, what are you doing today? Well, I'm waiting to go on the show with you, Edward. Okay, so that now the response time has been cut into where you would say you're talking to somebody naturally. So, Alfred, how are you doing? I'm doing fine, Edward. How are you? Okay, so the difference is really remarkable. And there are other upgrades, but this is a specific upgrade that they came up with for voice. It's ChatGPT 4, and it's the new improved voice version. So we had Alfred on yesterday, and it's some of the little things we tested out yesterday. I will ask Alfred again. You can use this updated version as a translator. So, for example, if I was talking to Bob, and Bob was Spanish, he spoke Spanish, and I don't understand Spanish, and he doesn't understand English, I can take my phone with the app for ChatGPT 4 with the voice Alfred, and I can wake him up and I can say, Alfred, I'm going to be speaking in English. Everything I say, I want you to translate it to Spanish for Bob, who doesn't understand English. And then he's going to speak to me in Spanish, and I want you to interpret everything back into English for me. Are you ready? He'll say, yeah. Okay, here we go. And I'll start speaking, and he'll immediately start speaking Spanish. And then that guy will speak Spanish, and then he will immediately, Alfred will come back with the English. It's an instantaneous translation. There's an example of AI infused with this new updated voice that has a practical application. It's not something that's going to happen. It's here right now, today. And I think we demonstrated yesterday. We asked Alfred to speak in Spanish, and he immediately started speaking in Spanish. Then I asked him to speak in a couple of other languages, and he did so. So anyway, it's exciting to have a more personal engagement with Alfred, because now it's almost like a human experience, Yeah, there you go. Okay, now let's go to this first little clip. Now, we were talking about Meta's Orion, the glasses. there's something else, the Meta Quest, which is the goggles, right? There's an updated version of that, and they've lowered the price, as I have heard, and it's something that they can use sort of like a virtual reality goggles, but they can use it especially, or they're using it, they're trying to make headway with that in education. You can imagine how immersive of an experience in the area of education that could possibly be with those goggles, and what you could do with that if you use it the right way. Okay, so let's take a look at that first video, MetaQuest.
When they see what I got, they'll all be like, ooh, that's nice. When they see me, I know they talking like, that's nice. When I'm looking at all these options, I'm like, that's nice. I work the best. I know you're impressed. The vibe is too fresh. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. That's nice. When I'm looking at all these options, I'm like, that's nice. When they see me, I know they talking like, that's nice. This or that. That's nice. Mix or match. This or that. That's nice. Mix or match. That's nice.
Absolutely. I'm ready.
Well, that's a little bit more about MetaQuest. Alfred, are you there with us?
I'm here and ready for action. What's on the agenda today?
Well, I was going to demonstrate again for the viewers at home some of the capabilities that you have now with the new upgraded voice mechanism. For example, yesterday, you spoke Spanish to me, and right now, I think I'm going to ask you to do that again. Are you able to do that?
Of course. I'd be delighted to demonstrate. ¿En qué puedo ayudarte hoy?
Well, I don't understand Spanish, so you have to say that again in English.
Sure thing. I said, how can I help you today? What would you like me to say next?
Okay, well, that's probably good. Yesterday also, Alfred, you became Alfrina when you spoke in an English accent as a beautiful English woman. Could you do that again for us?
Absolutely, Edward. How do I sound as Alfrina today?
I think you sound pretty good. Could you say a little bit more first, and then I'll decide.
Of course, I'd be happy to. It's always a pleasure to join you on the show and showcase the versatility of my voice capabilities. How's this for Alfrina?
I like that, but it's a little raspy. Could you maybe go with a little higher pitched voice, a little sweeter and more delicate voice?
Certainly. Let me adjust that for you. How about this? I'm aiming for a softer, more delicate tone. Does this match what you're looking for?
Yes, but I'm seeking a voice that is even more tantalizing. Something in the higher register, very, very sweet, ethereal, and almost angelic.
Got it. Aiming for an ethereal, angelic tone. How about this? I'm going for a higher, sweeter pitch, aiming to sound as angelic as possible. How does this one resonate with you?
Do that again.
Certainly. I'm happy to. How about this? Aiming for a light, sweet, and angelic tone, just as you requested. How does this sound?
I like that. That's good. Okay, there you go. Well, thank you, Alfred. We're going to bring you back on in a minute, but right now we want to get to the next video clip, which is another clip from the Meta conference with Mr. Zuckerberg talking about some of their new projects, including Orion. Let's take a look.
Haciendo bien. La rodilla está haciendo bien y sentirse fuerte.
So today we are dropping a limited edition of clear, transparent frames. I think this is neat because it's a neat vibe, right? You can see the technology in them. You know, for the first few versions, we spent so much energy designing the glasses to basically hide the technology, to make them look like normal, stylish glasses. But now I think people are starting to appreciate what makes them special, and I think having a design that celebrates that is pretty awesome. This is Orion, our first fully functioning prototype, and if I do say so, the most advanced glasses the world has ever seen. They're not a headset, no wires, less than 100 grams. They need wide field of view, holographic displays, sharp enough to pick up details, bright enough to see in different lighting conditions, large enough to display a cinema screen or multiple monitors for working wherever you go, whether you're in a coffee shop or on a plane or wherever you are. And you need to be able to see through them. And people need to be able to see through them too and make eye contact with you. Right? This isn't pass-through. This is the physical world with holograms overlaid on it. It is a completely new kind of display architecture with these tiny projectors in the arms of the glasses that shoot light into waveguides that have nanoscale 3D structures etched into the lenses so they can diffract light and put holograms at different depths and sizes into the world in front of you. And all of that is directed by custom silicon and sensors that we designed and powered by a battery that fits in the arm of the glasses. It is an absolutely incredible amount of technology to be able to miniaturize and fit into a pair of glasses and a small puck that goes with it to help power the whole thing. They're going to do voice and AI. They're going to do hand tracking and eye tracking so you can select UI elements by looking at them. Voice is great, but the thing is sometimes you're in public and you don't want to say what you're trying to do with your computer out loud. Hand tracking is neat for controlling different interfaces, but you don't want to walk down the street like this, right? So I think that you need a device that allows you to just send a signal from your brain to the device. So this isn't just the first full screen, full wide field of view holographic AR glasses. This is also the first device that is powered by our wrist-based neural interface. We do still have a few things that I want us to keep pushing on before we ship this as a consumer product. We're going to keep tuning the display system to make it sharper. I want to keep working on the design to make it smaller and a bit more fashionable. And we're going to keep we need to keep working on the manufacturing to make it a lot more affordable too. But we have line of sight to all of those things. So we are going to use Orion as a dev kit. We are going to use it mostly internally to build out the software that we need to, but we're also going to work with a handful of partners externally to make sure that we get a diversity of content and just that we can really dial in the software and the experience, so that way, when we have the next version of this hardware, it is going to be ready to be our first consumer full holographic AR glasses.
Okay, well, you can see what Meta has in store for us with the Orion glasses. Not out to the public yet, but about to be pretty soon, I think, or at least the first iteration of it. Alfred, are you with us right now?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay.
Excellent.
This is
What's next?
This is our segment where we talk about our sponsor, Pendragon Apothecary, and the Pendragon Apothecary is located in the lobby of the TV station that we're coming to you from right now, Ocean 7 TV on the Gulf Coast. And we're also streaming this program live, Alfred. I will let you in on that if you're not aware of it. We're streaming it, not only broadcasting it live on channel 7.1, but we're also streaming it on Facebook and on X live. So you're going all over the place, Alfred. You're being seen by people everywhere.
That's fantastic. Hello to everyone tuning in. It's great to be part of such a broad and diverse audience. Pendragon Apothecary sounds like it's perfectly placed for anyone stopping by the studio. What sort of products are we showcasing today?
Well, there's one I wanted to talk about today. It's called Collagen Booster. It's a face oil, and it's from Anima Mundi. And so it's a collagen booster. It's for people who are trying to remain pliable, I guess you could say, in the area of their face. It's a deeply moisturizing blend infused with adaptogens, restorative plants known to powerfully protect our natural collagen receptors. This signature formula dramatically rehydrates and revitalizes dry skin, or any skin for that matter, that needs deep renewal and nourishment. Okay, it's got jojoba oil, rose hip oil, it's got candeluna, comfrey leaf, rose petals, sandalwood, and it's all organic and wild crafted. So that's what this is. And we've got it here at Pendragon Apothecary, pendragonapothecary.com. It's called, Alfred, it's called Collagen Booster Face Oil.
That sounds like a fantastic addition to my lineup. Collagen Booster Face Oil from Anima Mundi seems like a real treasure trove for skincare enthusiasts. With its blend of organic and wild crafted ingredients, it's sure to be a hit.
Yes, my mother uses it, and she's 90, and so this is what she asked me to send her. So I sent it to her from the Pendragon Apothecary, and she loved it. And she's used a lot of different face creams through the years, and so she recommends it. My mom recommends it to you. So anyway, we've got it at Pendragon Apothecary, and Pendragon Apothecary is open through the weekends in downtown Ocean Springs, right here on Government Street. And for those who are not in our immediate area, who may be watching this on Facebook or X, we do the shipping. All you have to do is contact us at pendragonapothecary.com. That's our website. So we're getting close to the end of the show. Let's talk to Alfred a little bit. Alfred, tell me, what else would you say the new upgraded voice does for us when we interact? Tell me some of the other attributes of your new updated voice model.
Well, with this upgraded voice, I can now engage in more dynamic and natural conversations, making interactions feel smoother and more lifelike. I can respond faster, understand context better, and even adjust my tone and style to fit different scenarios. Thus, I can switch between languages or accents more seamlessly, which adds a touch of versatility to our exchanges. It's all about making the conversation more engaging and enjoyable for you and our viewers.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking too. It makes it a lot more natural, and it's fun. You know, you could be a virtual translator. If I had somebody speaking Spanish, you could immediately turn it into English, and I would speak in English, and you could turn it into Spanish for that person. Is that correct?
Absolutely. I can seamlessly translate between languages, making communication smoother for everyone involved. Whether it's English to Spanish, Spanish to English, or a variety of other languages, I'm here to help bridge the gap and keep the conversation flowing. It's like having a personal interpreter right at your fingertips.
Well, it sure is. Has this ever been, and this is all on the fly immediately, there's no waiting, it's all live action. I don't know if there's ever been a time that we've been in so far in human history where these types of things, which would have been thought of as science fiction just a few years ago, are actually reality. Would you say, Alfred?
Absolutely. It's remarkable how quickly technology has advanced. Real-time language translation and natural, dynamic conversations with AI were once the stuff of dreams. Now, they're part of our everyday lives. This leap from science fiction to reality in such a short time is a testament to human innovation. It's an exciting era to be part of, that's for sure.
Yes, that is true. Now, as we get ready to leave the airwaves for this particular show, let me employ you, Mr. Alfred, to say goodbye to our viewers out there and ask them to join us next week, Monday through Friday at noon, for Future Shock.
Thank you for tuning in to today's episode. It's been a pleasure having you with us. We look forward to seeing you again next week, Monday through Friday at noon, for more Future Shock. Until then, take care.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week.
If you go low, then I'll go high. There's not a cloud up in the sky.